Hey y'all, Sorting Helmet here, and I got a neat little indie game to show off. And I'm going to show it off by playing one or two rounds to kind of sort of explain the overall premise of the Mnemograph? Mnemograph. But basically, I reached out to the developer through Keymailer, and I was like, hey, can I check out this game to kind of get some eyes on it because I think it's rather neat. So, the long and short of it is, it's a deck builder where you take the role of a newspaper tycoon, but you're sort of a newspaper tycoon, but you're also a mafia crime boss, and you're running a business against three competitors. This is something akin to essentially boardroom backstabs, mafia hit squads, undercutting each other, robbing, racketeering, that sort of thing. So basically, there was a media blackout by the local government in the lore, and since it was lifted, there's essentially this scramble for seizing control of the press by creating a monopoly. So the game goes through a series of 15 days and city map, with each day consisting of 4 phases. The first phase is basically a management of your printing press. You're putting your resources to work by getting your machine to work a little bit more efficiently, putting hard-earned cash into that you earn each day by selling papers, and all the armed robberies you do by completing in phase 4, yada yada yada. Basically, you're earning production points, cash, and all that stuff, and this cash is used to, again, get parts for your printing press. There's 4 different parts to the printing press. Each one does different things, and then the cash is also used to buy cards. And these cards represent the goons, your thugs, your criminal empire, so to speak, that make up your deck, which are played in the 4th phase of the day. The second phase, you play each day's territory control. Each player starts in one corner of the map. You sort of start to slowly grow outward to take sections of the city. Each section of the city represents a numerical value of how many readers you get. The more profitable sections of the map are usually like more readers, and you want to get toward the center of the city. And then once you're competing against the other players, you're going to be fighting over that territory, stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. But basically, the numbers of each section of the map represent potential customers. Then you have phase 3, which is the mission phase. So you'll have partners that you're working with, different other characters that you hire on to help you grow your business. You start off with the crime lord, then you can get other characters such as like this lady that has connections to the police force and stuff like that. They sell you different cards that you can access for your deck. They also give you mission cards. Now, mission cards are basically an activity that you play in the 4th phase of the game. You place those down, and completing those, there's different win variables for these missions, but long and short of it is you want to do these missions in order to get those, because if you lose, you'll suffer some consequences like having one of your cards sacrificed, but you get a powerful boon to play later in the game, which can be very helpful. But basically, mission phases are pretty much like quests. You want to get these, play them, and then you get to the 4th phase of the game, which I'll explain that a little bit more when I get to that section by playing the demo and the upcoming gameplay. It's a little hard to explain how this deck builder works, how the gameplay of the 4th phase works. I'm just gonna do a demo of that. But anyways, unlike other deck builders that want a more lean deck to keep your best cards on hand, this one wants a slightly fatter deck, because the more cards you have to play further along in the days you get, the more cards you can have, so you can play more aggressively in each turn in the final phase. But anyways, that's the general rundown of this game. Let's go ahead and go through a couple days and see how things go. It's time to open up the save file real fast. Anyways, so far this game is pretty decent. There is, here are the settings. It's pretty early access right now. It's like not even 1.0 release date, but it's on Steam for about $5. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link to this game down in the description below. And thank you to the developers for providing the key to this game so I can check it out. Okay, here we go. I'm loading up into a game I was playing a little bit earlier. So let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, so here we are. I'm on day 4 on this game. And this is the first phase. So as you can see up here, I have $2,900 on hand. I'm making $50 a day. I have 2 production points. My current production is at 100 newspapers, and I got 700 readers. And my sales, I'm going to make 100. Wait, I'm going to sell 100 papers, basically. So here are the cards I can buy from the crime lord. I have right-hand man, the right-hand man, and blackmailer. So I can buy 2 of these for $350 and this guy for $600. So to explain cards real quick, this is kind of like Hearthstone, to where you have a power value. So this is pretty much how much this character is going to hit other cards for, and this also represents their health. Then you have this right here, the little hourglass symbol. This represents how many time slots they can take up on the board. And then this little gear cog right here is effort. This is how much effort they can put into a given task for assignment or mission and stuff like that. So activity cards that you play. I'm terrible at explaining this, but it'll make sense when I start to play a little bit more. But anyways, there's also a keyword system in the game. So a lot of these cards have different effects. Let's go and open up my deck real quick. So you have efficient, allied actions cost 1 less, and then you have enduring, which gives 2 extra time slots. So this guy, the street hustler, exists for 3 time slots instead of just 1. Then you have the bounty hunter. He has 4 and 2 effort, pretty decent due to throwdown. Then here's your action cards. You put this down, and this lets you get basically production points. Production points allow you to expand your printing press. So you go into here, so you have 4 different machines. You have the engraver, the rotary press, you have the steam machine, and finally you have the Mnemograph itself. Now, there's different little buffs you can get to it, and there's also, let's see, you can also get certain buffs that extend the length of the game. So if you're approaching the 15-day time limit, you can sit there and build one of these to extend the game by 1 or 2 days, yada yada yada. But basically, you have ways to extend things. I haven't really bought much here. I'm still pretty early in this game. So I have 2,900. Do I want to get anything here? There are also times where your machine can break down, and it will interfere with the production of your papers, and you'll start to fall behind. So here are these 3 other bozos. We're trailing behind with only 300 points. We only sold 300 papers. These guys sold 800, and freaking this asshole selling what the Mongol sold 1,200. So he's been pretty aggressive the last couple days too. But here's the police lady, the underworld trade. You can buy like equipment cards, put these on your dudes, and they'll get stronger, stuff like that. In fact, let's go ahead and buy these. Corrupt official. Search your deck for 1 card, add to your hand, extra played. Don't mind if I do. I'll take that. Alrighty. Right-hand man's always good to have. And blackmailer, I don't need him. Okay, that puts me down to 1,700. Let's go ahead and do that. Since these don't cost any money. They don't cost anything. There we go. So now we have maintenance overhaul on all 4 machines, so the risk of breakdown is 0%. Alright, we bought all the cards out except for 1. There we go. Let's go and advance to phase 2. And then each phase you get this little scene that plays. There we go. Alright, this is territory control. So, as you can see, they're slowly just amoeboing their way through everything here. This guy with the Mongol is going after the section with 1,000 readers. So, I started out over here with only 100. They all start off in the corner with only 100. You slowly work your way outward each day, so you claim one section at a time. I can go over here and claim this 300 section. I can go down here and claim... I can claim multiple small ones, or I can try to grab toward these bigger ones. So, let's go ahead and grab this one. And I'll grab the 500 one next day. But once you start to encroach on your competitors, you'll start a fight with them as well, which will be pretty interesting. But nothing else to do here. Let's go and advance to stage 3, or phase 3. Alright. Getting the rotary press in action. There we are. You can also just skip it, but I'll let this play out for this video. There he goes. Alright. The bulk of the game comes from phase 4, essentially. Whereas the first 3 phases is pretty much prepping your deck and getting things ready for the fight. The actual selling of the newspaper, the actual sales of the newspaper happens passively. You are mostly taking care of things after dark. This, the criminal underworld aspect of everything that's going on. That's what this game is all about. And that's where we're going to get to real soon. Churning out the papers. Alrighty. Chopping them down to size. Like how it plays this out. Like this. Right. Look at how long that cutscene was. Alright, so now we're in the mission phase. So we can go to this lady. We get a mission card, rumors. Away. Can only be played in opponent's territory. Temporary 3. This is removed after 3 days. So you play this. This little symbol here means you need to put 2 effort into this activity in order to complete it. When we're done with it, we get a smuggling card, which you loot other people 5,000 one shot. You can play it in your home territory. So basically, you can do smuggling operations and get some work done. So this will occupy 3 time slots in phase 4, and it needs 2 effort in order to be complete. Now the game is kind of a little unclear on how the cards play and how things interact. The tutorial that comes with the beginning isn't very clear. There's a lot of trial and error you have to do. I'm still figuring a lot of this out myself. We can accept hers, or we can do burglary. We can get armed robbery. So 1 effort, 1 effort. Let's go ahead and grab this one. This one seems simple enough. Now you can only accept 1 mission at a time. So there's that as well. Let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of the game. Get right to the criminal underworld aspect and start stabbing people in the back. Production wraps up. Alrighty. Now, phase 4 takes place between 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. So from midnight to morning. All this stuff is going on, basically. And here you go. So first player, actions start from the person in the lead, second person, third person, and then dead last. That's how the turns go. So the higher up you are in, the better you're doing, the sooner you go, and the more aggressive you're going to have to play. Pretty much. So each turn takes place 1 hour. So there's 6 turns for every day on this phase 4. So this is the first turn, this is the second turn, this is the third turn, 4th, 5th, 6th. So there's 6 hours. So player 1 plays, all the players place down some activity cards to place down their goons. You can place up to 4 dudes on each time slot here. So there's 2 half-hour blocks in the first hour. So by the time the first turn goes by, the slider moves to the right and cuts everything off. Now, in order to complete an activity, you need to have all 4 time slots for this on this to be done. So I can screw this guy over by sending my street hustler, get rid of that, and pretty much fuck over his armed robbery. But I also need to do my own time card and my own activity card, get this done for my mission and stuff like that. And all 4 players are doing this throughout the entire phase. And I gotta get this done in 3 days, or, you know, have to pay money or lose a card, this, that, and the other. So, let's get right to it. So, and you can only play 3 cards a turn. So, once I play burglary, I can only play 2 other cards. So, let's go ahead and screw this guy over. Boom. There we go. He's out. For the count. There you go. He's gonna get screwed over there. So, let's go ahead and play burglary. Let's go ahead and go after the 3rd place. And do thief? Or no. You know what? Let's go ahead and play some hustle. Alright, that's our 3 cards. Yep, 3 cards. Let's go. And just like that, as you can see, their activity is gone. Alrighty. So, if you happen to be going first, you want to play as aggressively as you can and play the most defensive as you can as well. Oh. They're starting to... Oh god. They really don't want me completing my task. Look at that. Bounty hunter has 4. They have a lookout here, and they have a thug. The lookout's taking up 2 spots too. Alright. Let's see how it is. So I need to take this out, make sure that my task gets done. So I'm going to be focusing on making sure my burglary gets done. I'm not going to be fucking with these other guys here. So, go ahead. Play the... No. Go ahead and play the thug. Get rid of the lookout. There we go. Alright, that's 1 time slot of lookout gone. Alright, we have 6 to get through. Let's do the right hand man first. Oof. Let's see if the mercenary can take out all 3. He should. There we go. Pretty much wasted that lady's turn there. Alright, perfect. Well, we can also turn up the animation speed if we have to. But I kind of like the little cards doing their thing. Oh yeah, they're fighting each other right now. Huh. Good, good. As long as they fight each other, leave me alone, we're all good. Okay. Alright, alright. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh! This lady really does not want me to rob her. Alright. Let's see. So this is a no... This doesn't do anything, but it also has extra play. So... Let's go ahead and play Corrupt Official. Just sit you right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and take out the right-hand man. Select you. Done. Boom. Go ahead and send in the boy. That should take care of the rest of them. Or most of them. There we go. I have 2 more cards I can play. So, let's go ahead and get rid of this thug. Yep. And put you down. Now, what makes him special is he has a 3-time slot. So, as long as he exists here, and no one else like comes in and takes him out, he should be good to go to finish this task. But I have a funny feeling that this crazy old bat's gonna prevent me from doing my thing. So we'll see. She still has 8 cards. I have 6 cards. Everybody's still got things to go. Or still has a lot to go through. Let's see what she does. These 2 are duking it out. What in the world? It's the first time I've seen that card. And this game can get pretty wild pretty quickly with all the different effects that go on. Yep. She's going after the street hustler. Of course you are. Alright. Okay, so she took 3 cards to get rid of my 1. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Bring this pickpocket, which has got a equipment card. There we go. There we go. And another pickpocket. Give me your money. There we go. We're doing good. We still have 10 cards left. I think we can get this activity done. Who knows? If I'm lucky enough, I can probably get... If I draw the other activity card, I can get some production done. Oh, you bitch. Alright, let's read this real quick. Enemy characters deal 1... Permanently removed from the deck. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Alright. Oh, -1. So I have to play a henchman. Alright. So that's what that little fucker was doing. I didn't read it all the way. Alright, let's go ahead and do... I only have 1 card left. No assembly tonight. Well... You can go screw over some other people up here. Yeah, why not? Let's go screw with the first guy and get some money while we're at it. There we go. Why are you putting a... I don't understand this game sometimes. How the AI acts. You know what? No money for you. There we go. And let's end this. And that's the end of the day. So you get progression, economy, shows you how much you made, shows all the actions you've done against other people. And if the opponent's done anything to you, they'll show it right here. And that's the general loop. We have 11 days left for this campaign, but that's the general idea. It's a deck builder, kind of like Slay the Spire, but also not. It's a different take for deck builder. And it's kind of cool. But anyways, if you guys like this, go check it out. It's like $5 on Steam. It's It's a nice little indie game. I kind of like the different twists it does. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. And I will see you in the next video. I know this is a little bit different from my usual content, but yeah, just wanted to check out a little small indie game for a minute. And thank you to the developers, Thousands of Daggers, for giving me a key to check this out and, you know, get some eyes on it. It's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.